This is a 9-meter diameter, about 1.8 meters high, 304 stainless steel ring. Stack 3 rings and weld them into a cylinder-shaped structure. You've got a SpaceX at the bottom of the rocket. It carries a lot of weight and improves the stability of the rocket, so you have to add some reinforcements to the inside of the ring. This kind of funnel-like dome is where the thrust disc is located. It is also the boundary part of the engine connecting the fuel tank. Then, continue to stack stainless steel rings on top. This is where the rocket is clamped, because the propellers used by the rocket are liquid oxygen and liquid nitrogen. So there's another one on top. It's also made up of 4 stainless steel rings, and the 2 of them are separated by a cylinder. The middle tube is connected to the bottom thrust disc. The reason why liquid nitrogen is chosen as fuel is not only because it's cheap, more importantly, there's a lot of nitrogen in the atmosphere of Mars, so it can be collected and manufactured on Mars. Then use the top of the cylinder to seal it and continue to stack the rings. This is the battery pack needed to operate the rocket, and the power supply provided to the rocket's electrical components. Then continue to stack the rings and reinforce them with weights. 111. After combining with the top of the rocket, it forms a 1,100 cubic meters of usable space. In addition to the things that need to be transported, it's also full of all kinds of equipment that people need. There's a liquid oxygen cylinder at the top of the rocket. The reason why it's placed here is that it's easy to maintain balance when the rocket returns to the atmosphere. It can also keep a distance from the main fuel tank. The fuel evaporates when the thrust is reduced. This liquid oxygen cylinder does not participate in the combustion of the rocket. It's to provide power when it's on its way back. It's connected to the bottom of the engine by a pipe, and the thing that drives this thing is the top of the engine. The rocket is also equipped with a version that is suitable for the sea surface, and a vacuum version that is particularly optimized for space launch. 3 of them can be adjusted. The sea surface version is installed in the inner ring of the thrust disc. It's used for recycling. The other 3 fixed vacuum versions are installed in the outer ring of the thrust disc. It's used for rocket launch. In addition, it's equipped with a liquid pressure motor and a gas pressure container, etc. The red pipes on the surface of the rocket are used for transmission data. It's also equipped with a power cable and 2 emergency termination systems. It can make the rocket self-destruct when it's out of control, and the front and rear fins on both sides of the top are as large as fish fins. Together, they provide the necessary aerodynamics control for the rocket to enter the atmosphere and turn its belly. Secondly, in order to resist the extreme temperature encountered when entering the atmosphere, SpaceX has also developed a special hexagonal ceramic heat-resistant guard. The material is composite ceramic. It can withstand the high temperature generated by the friction between the rocket and the atmosphere. Of course, there is also a layer of heat-resistant material between the heat shield and the ship. It's installed on the surface of the rocket, and then you can stick it on the surface of the rocket like a magnet. And here's a new ship. The total height is 50 meters. So I've seen such a simple process of making a new ship. I don't know if you've learned it. Remember to go to each household and collect some idle stainless steel pots, because maybe you can make a rocket right away.